Well, the family of a man and woman killed in a massive Thanksgiving Day collision last year in Jefferson County says the accident could have been prevented. This is part of the testimony, and the jury began hearing today in the civil trial stemming from a lawsuit filed by the children of Debra and Vincent Leggio Sr. The couple from Pearland died in the accident on Interstate 10 near Hamshire Road when their vehicle was trapped between a big rig and a car. More than 100 vehicles collided in heavy fog November 22nd of last year. In addition to the deaths of the Leggios, dozens of others were hurt as well. The couple's children filed a lawsuit against the truck driver and the trucking company that employs him. The lawsuit accuses the truck driver of traveling too fast and the trucking company of negligence. KFDM's Leslie Rangel is covering the trial. She joins us now in the studio with some of the highlights of today's testimony. Leslie?
Yes, Greg, it was a long day of testimony as both the plaintiffs, attorneys, and the defense began presenting their cases to the jury in the civil trial. The jury also heard from the driver, Ricardo Kerr. The children of Debra and Vincent Leggio believe despite the fog and massive collision, their parents did not have to die. The plaintiffs argue the accident could have been prevented. They say the driver of the tractor trailer failed to slow down in the thick fog, despite warnings his company sent to him through texts that reached him in his truck. According to the civil lawsuit, the driver has a record of speeding and safety violations. The plaintiffs say the record includes an accident in 2007 that killed 2 teenagers. The defense says the driver should not be held responsible for the deaths of the couple. In the words of the defense attorney, the driver performed safely once he went into the fog. The attorney says the driver swerved into a median on Interstate 10 near Hamshire Road to avoid collisions immediately in front of him. They also say most of his previous violations were paperwork errors or minor citations. Kerr told the jury the accident in 2007 was not his fault. He says another car sideswiped him. In court, Kerr described the fog in last year's Thanksgiving accident as blinding and white. He said it looked like thick smoke, and he says he didn't have enough time to think about what to do next. Now, we tried to speak with the Leggio family. They said it was too soon and too emotional. They also told me there were many details leading up to the accident of which they were not aware of. Tomorrow, testimony will continue. The jury will hear from officers who responded to the scene. Stay with KFDM and KFDM.com for the coverage of the civil trial. Reporting live in the studio, Leslie Rangel, KFDM 6 News.